If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Yeah, Tom's a good dude, man. Whenever I run into him, man, it's just much respect.
During Indy days, when you guys would probably see each other on the Pro Bowl and stuff.
No problem.
What were those conversations like?
No, it was just normal conversations, you know. It's kind of hard because you try to hate the guy because you play against him. You know, he's playing in the Patriots, you're the coach. You want to hate him, but when you meet him, you're like, man, this guy's a great guy. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a cool dude, man. Cool dude. I have all the respect for him.
Tom does the same thing he does every year. Take over the world.
You know, it seems like he hasn't aged a bit since I got in the league. Tom gets better each and every year. That's remarkable.
It's hard to understand. It's like the game is in slow motion for him when he's dropping back and reading coverages because of the way he's able to dissect things so well.
Darrelle Revis is back on the other side of the Patriots-Jets rivalry, but he's still got some respect for Tom Brady. After the Patriots' 30-23 win over the Jets on Sunday, Revis had some kind words to say about his former quarterback. He said, quote, "We tried to switch things up on Tom and show him different looks, but Tom is great." Revis added, quote, "He suffered in the defense. That's what he did down the stretch." And that he did. Brady completed 14 of 17 passes for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, erasing a 20-16 deficit and leading his team to a 6th consecutive win.
Just his competitiveness and his fire and his drive and the chip on his shoulder that he's always had, it really separates him.
Hey, pedal to the metal. No let up all night, all right? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Although he's not considered fast, I consider him to be very mobile because of the way he can slide and keep his eyes downfield and feel the pass rush and get rid of the football and avoid sacks. It's like poetry in motion.
Let's talk about what happened, right? So you got word sometime during the offseason that Tom Brady was coming in to be the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And can you describe what that day was like and what the feeling was like when you guys heard the news?
Instantly championship. I knew that's like one of the missing pieces that we needed. So I was one of the people that the coaches tell like, nah, you don't need to talk about the Super Bowl. Like, you still got to put the work in. I'm like, nah, like, we got the team, we got everything on paper. So the Super Bowl is where we're going to be at the end of the year. As long as we put that work in, like, I knew we was over the top once we got Tom.
I was in New England a short time this year after leaving New Orleans. He's always striving for perfection during workouts. I watched him run shuttles until he ran the time he wanted. I watched him run 110 shuttles. That's just the drive and the competitive nature that he has.
We just had to keep fighting, man. We had to wear him out, and it wasn't a bunch of, knockout hooks. It was body shots, and we wore him out. And we knew once we got the ball to 2 scores, get a stop and 1 score, get a stop, tie game, get a stop, go to overtime. And then we have, now we're playing our playing field.
I think Devin said on TV that Duran said, let's make this the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history.
Duran said the whole time. And you know what? No one laughed, no one blinked an eye. We said, okay, let's go. No one planned to be down. Like, if you asked me before the game, I have my jersey ready. I plan to win this game. But no one planned to be down that much at halftime. We didn't play how, Atlanta played great. We played how we wanted. It just wasn't going well. Atlanta played amazing, and they played pretty well, but we weren't afraid to lose this game. Atlanta might have been afraid to lose it at the end. They might have been holding on. We had nothing to lose. We had nothing to lose.
First time you said it was in the second quarter, halftime, third quarter?
Every play. We said, man, let's get a stop. Let's get a stop. Okay, 1 score. Let's get a stop. Okay, we're down 2 scores. That's all we had to keep doing, man. We said, let's get stops. And then when it got to overtime, man, I basically untied my cleats and watched Brady like you guys did.
He's mastered the game. This man has seen every coverage. He's seen every type of game plan you can come up against him with. You might as well stop wasting your time.
He does a great job of making sure that, they're in the perfect play, getting to that formation or getting the perfect protection against what you're doing.
Did you have to import your bad feelings, the ill feelings for the Patriots to these guys, let them know?
I hadn't done it yet. I mean, that's a lot of Colts feelings. When I was in Indy, it's just like, I can't stand them. I think that's the rivalry, you know what I'm saying? But, I'll speak to those guys at some point. They're going to have to create their own deal with this game. My deal is a little bit different because I've been
been playing against those guys for so long, since 2002. Seeing Brady sometimes twice a year since 2002, which is a lot of times. So I've probably seen Tom Brady more than probably anybody in the league, you know, which is funny. But we're going against them. But so it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be something that we're all going to have to come together collectively and find a way to make his life uncomfortable. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Is there anything that we were playing against the Miami Dolphins at Miami, and I was supposed to run this in cut, and we got quarters, and we kind of talked about if, you know, they kind of play underneath, put your hand up. As soon as he saw me, he was right there, balls in the air, and we get a big play out of it. His ability to see that so quickly, and I feel like most quarterbacks would have waited and been like, what's he doing?
As much as you have been in your life, that there's also a pretty strong measure of respect.
Oh, no, tremendous amount of respect. What they have done, no team has done. You know, they have continued. No team has been to the Super Bowl 7 times in whatever period of time that they have done. Tom has had an amazing career. Bill has had an amazing coaching career. They have done amazing things. You can't take any of that away from them. You know, regardless if you don't like losing to him, who likes losing to him? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's just, you know, you have to pay respect to those guys, man, and they're good people, man. I know both of those guys are good people.
What amazes me about Tom Brady is the revolving door they've had at offensive line, at the wide receiver position, at the running back position. It's always next man up, and yet the next man up always plays like a Pro Bowler. And I think that the one steady piece through all these years has been number 12 at quarterback.
I always hear that. But how? I mean, because the work ethic of the guy, the rings on the finger, you know, what is it, if you could put your finger on something that maybe Brady and Gronk brought to the team this year that was a little different, what would it be?
She's just the culture of knowing what to do and how to do it, to be a winning team and to be a consistently good team week in and week out. Like last year was 7-9, I think, and a lot of the Bucs, people who've been on the Bucs, haven't won anything over probably 8 games since they've been here. So just to see how they do it, see some of their ways that they bring down here, how they practice, how they warm up and stuff like that, and then just listening to them, talking to them in the locker room, getting some of their knowledge on just football, on life, just the way he just engaged with everybody in the locker room. It just went from, once you see Tom up there talking to everybody, from the first man to the last man on the roster, it just makes it easier for everybody else to do it, and it helps to get the camaraderie built.
Kansas City Royals star Salvador Perez lost a bet, which meant the Patrick Mahomes fan had to wear a TB12 jersey. The Royals posted a video and photos of Perez donning the Tom Brady jersey, writing, quote, "A bet is a bet. Good to see you, Mav."
Tom Brady is Tom-tastic. I mean, he just has 4 out of 6 Super Bowl rings. Had he gone to the Super Bowl this year, he probably would have been a shoo-in for a 5th ring.
You know, for them to have the success they're having this year with all the injuries and just the consistency that they had, and, you know, him being the catalyst for that, there's no question who should be the #1 player.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.